What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. Today we're going to be talking about the 10 mistakes that people make when you're starting the hobby. So before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to get all my new stuff. Leave me some comments on the mistakes you made in the RC world. And without further ado, let's get the show started. What's up, guys, and welcome to the show. Today I'm going to have a little buddy of mine, Carl, coming in. Carl, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
What's up, guys? I'm Carl, and I love RC. Woo!
Carl's a bit of a newbie to the hobby, so we're going to welcome him well and see what he can come up with.
I got my little billy crawler right here. I want to put everything I can to it. I want to take all my money. I want to put it all in. I don't want to stop. I don't want to hesitate. I want to do everything I possibly can. This bad boy right here. But I got a couple questions to ask. Now, I take my wheels off once in a while, clean them, everything, but every time I go to drive it, something wrong with my nuts. Can you help me with that? What do you think I should do?
Oh, maybe a doctor?
Whoa. My nuts are fine. My nuts are good. I mean, a couple times backstage, you know, little groupity-doopities in there, but I get on here and I'm talking about the wheels, man. I'm talking about the wheels. My nuts fall off the wheels. What would you suggest I do about that?
Oh, your RC crawler nuts. Okay. Well, they come with a Teflon coating. They can basically be wore out, you know, through wear and tear. So what I would suggest is probably just switching them out. All right, guys, so the first thing we're going to talk about is veteran builds. On a veteran build, you know, the guys that have been in the hobby for a while, they basically love to design stuff. They've been through a lot of trials and tribulations, and they've experimented quite a bit. So when you see their rigs, they're pretty much full-fledged. They're ready to go, and it's hard to compete with that, but over time, you know, through experience and stuff, and just trial and error, you know, there's some really good stuff that can come on. They have a lot of tips and tricks on how they paint, how they do their things, and that's basically how it comes about. So at number one, I'd kind of say veteran builds are a huge thing to not put on the standard. You know, those guys have been doing it for a while, and with practice, you basically get that in. You know, you can become at whatever level you want. You know, the key is having fun. That's what we like to do, right? Keep RC fun. That's basically what we love to do. You know, that's why we're in the hobby. We're in the hobby to have fun. Sometimes it can get a little bit strenuous, but at number one, veteran builds. We can try to duplicate that, but the experience, with time, you can definitely try to achieve that as well.
Veteran builds, oh man, I want to be just like that. I want to jump in there. I want to get the fastest, the biggest, the best tires. I want to get the winches and the ESCs and the motors, and I want to make it go fast. I want to make it go fast. I want to make it jump. I want to make it go all over the place.
The number two mistake we probably make is just keeping things simple. Sometimes it's good to start stock.
I don't know about keeping it simple. You know, but we look at it right now, it looks pretty simple right now, and I want to put a winch on it, I want to put some lights, I probably want to do a bunch of fancy stuff. There's something in there, there's my little two-dub right here, and I'd like to get in there and make it happen, you know what I'm saying? Woo!
Oh, for sure. Definitely starting stock is something that kind of gives you that beginning vehicle to where you can kind of achieve to try to grow with. You know, you don't really want to throw everything at it and try to put everything all at once. Sometimes you can go overkill on it, and that's just kind of what I see is just, you know, basically trying to keep things simple. You know, you don't really have to go all out and buy everything you possibly can, but it's a good thing, so appreciate that. Number three, money.
Oh, money ain't a problem. I tell you what, I run everything in my house. My wife ain't telling me nothing. She don't tell me nothing. I do what I want. It's Carl time. Huh? Well, I'll be right back.
Thanks, Carl. We know where that's going. But anyway, money. You kind of want to start a budget for those type of things and build from that. You know, you kind of want to know where you're going to go with it so you don't end up freaking out later or your wife ends up killing you. So you want to be aware of both those things because it can get into a good financial place of what you want to upgrade. Upgrades can be mild to wild, and that's how we kind of experience it. So that could be a huge mistake, not budgeting properly or just going too much and then realizing it was money that shouldn't have been spent or just didn't pay off in the end. That would be number three.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, I gotta take care of some business, you know what I'm saying? I'll take care of my business. And so, well, you know, we can tell me nothing. But, you know, when we talk about money, and I'll tell you guys what I do. Don't let anybody notice. Let me tell you a secret. I go to the grocery store. I tell my wife, milk is $60 a gallon. She says, Carl, what you talking about? Milk $6 a gallon. And I said, don't worry about it, baby. You know them cows over there, they had the coronavirus, so they had to separate them 6 feet under. So now, milk is $60 a gallon. Use my quick thinking right there, you know what I'm saying? That's how I get my money from my little projects, you know what I'm talking about? But don't tell nobody.
Number 4, we talk about time. It takes time. It takes time to progress. It takes time to get better. It takes time to learn. You know, with anything that you do, you never get on a bike and just start pedaling. You'll mostly crash and fall and scrape your knees a couple times, but taking your time and using time wisely to try to figure things out, it all takes time. That would be number 4.
I know about time. I got time. I put time. Time comes in these rigs, and we'll make it a little bit cooler. You know what I mean? Woo!
Number 5 is a big one, braking. Braking is everything that can happen to your rig. I mean, you can brake a little, you can brake a lot. Let's see what Carl has to say.
Oh, we all know about braking. I break this thing more than I can even talk about. You know what I'm saying? I come in here and I jump it off something, I put in something, roll it on over. I give no mercy to this rig, but it does me really well. And I think I just want to buy everything for it. I want to buy everything possible. So that's what I do when I break it. I break it, I fix it, I buy it, I fix it, I break it, I buy it, I put it together, I drive it. Carl, woo!
Thanks, Carl. Definitely appreciate that kind of feedback. But he's right. You know, sometimes you get in there and you want to jump and you want to do these crazy things, and things happen to the rig where they don't hold up, whether you can deal with cold weather or you just hit it in a bad spot. Sometimes the parts can be cheaper or even more expensive, but if you're breaking the same thing, you kind of want to probably upgrade to something metal if it's running plastic. Definitely lots of tips and tricks out there to try to help you with that. It just helps you become more experienced. Coming in number 5 is braking. I mean, everything we ever talk about, you know, we all break rigs. It's nothing to be afraid of, nothing to worry about, you know, oh, why did I break, or why did it break so fast, or how come is it broke forever and it's breaking now? Parts break down. And depending how rough you are in the vehicle, or just something that may be going wrong, bearings could be going out. It's easy and simple. But number 5, braking. I mean, that would be a good one to some of the mistakes we make. Just braking a vehicle. I mean, it happens. Number 6 comes down to frustration. And sometimes you can get a little bit overly frustrated. Possibly like Carl.
Get in there. Get her, make it up. It's not going.
And that right there is when Carl went a bit left. Patience, everyone. Patience. The other part of frustration is parts. Waiting on them forever. You may order something coming down from China, coming down from some other place, United Kingdom. Those things can take forever, especially with the COVID pandemic. Things are taking forever. Stock is not getting replenished how we'd like to. And that just seems to be one of the things that the frustration levels may take you on the level of Carl.
Here I am, 6 weeks on eBay, waiting for parts. You know, I'll get on there and I ordered, and they're like, China, 3 months for delivery. I don't understand.
You never know, and sometimes you just gotta try to center yourself back down to realize, just take it one step at a time. Number 7, we talk about upgrades. Upgrades not working. Sometimes you see a good deal and you may purchase it and realize that that upgrade does not work for the vehicle. It may say it works for the vehicle, but we've all ran into that problem quite a bit. And see what Carl has to say about it.
Upgrades? Oh, I love upgrades. You know, the wife don't like upgrades too much. Almost killed me twice. But you know who loves upgrades? eBay! Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
Well, that's definitely one way to look at it. Those upgrades and stuff that we can get sometimes just may not fit, you know, and all we can do is try to get the best thing for using forums and people and groups and what they try to come up with, and that would be the purpose of it. But upgrades can be not so upgraded, you know what I'm saying? They get in there and complete mistakes being made, not the right part for the vehicle, and you end up wasting your money. So that's my number 7. Upgrades really not working. Number 8. Now a big huge factor is lack of performance. You know, you might not have enough flex, you may not have enough motor, something is just going wrong. The tires may not be working, but that could be a huge mistake trying to upgrade that performance too high. You want to have a soft medium in there because sometimes you need a little bit more speed. You may put too much speed into it, you know, or you might have a lot of weight because it's like tipping over in certain areas and it'd be too much weight. A lot of weight would have put a lot of tension inside of it. So having a lack of performance, that's my number 8 as one of the mistakes we would make when experiencing the hobby first time.
Lack of performance? Well, I'm telling you right now, this thing runs pretty slow. I want it to boss hog. I want to get in there and I want to just rip it up. I want to go in there and I want some speed. I want some power. I want some adrenaline. Woo!
Number 9, kind of the most important one, patience. Kind of talked about that through the list. One of the biggest mistakes, patience. You have to be patient with your build. Your build is going to frustrate you. Not everything is going to go together perfectly. Sometimes it does. Most of the time it don't. I don't think I've ever had a rig that it just went perfect every single time. Something I had to think about, or I did something too fast, or I put a bolt in the wrong section. It all happens to everybody. But the key is to be patient. If you're not patient, it leads to your frustrations, and then it just deters you from, wanting to progress more because you think, well, you're the only person getting frustrated. We've all been there, trust me. Number 10, don't take it so seriously. We can get overly just frustrated at things, and you have to realize that sometimes it's serious. You do build things and people get seriously into it. It can also be the deterring factor. You can spend an entire year on a vehicle building it. And the mistake is that you take it so seriously that by the time you're done, it may not give you the fulfillment because you could have done it so many different ways and so many different styles that it could have just been different for you. So not taking it so serious and just letting you roll with the punches, that will help out a lot. But it's a huge mistake of people taking this hobby way too seriously that may deter others from trying to come in and be like, whoa, these guys are crazy. And I wonder what Carl has to say about it. Carl, what do you got to say?
You're right about the not taking it so serious part. I really got to calm down because, it took me a lot of time and effort and work to make this little vehicle do what it does. But I bought upgrades and change upgrades and did everything with upgrades. And I'm really happy I drove it. I made it dusty. It goes fast. I bought a lot of things. Wasted a lot of money. Don't tell my wife. You know how she can get, We get in here and I'm very happy with it was. I could have done less. But in the end, you got to keep RC fun. You know what I'm saying? Take it from Carl. Woo!
So guys, that's my top 10 mistakes that people make when they're entering the hobby. Some of those things are different and everybody reaches levels on every aspect. But the key is to keep RC fun. That's why we got into it. We got into keeping RC fun because we have a lot of fun doing it. Competition brings passion, passion brings entertainment, and we have a blast at it. But those top 10 things that I feel are just what grows the hobby and what brings the hobby just changing all the time. Somebody's gonna need some help, somebody's gonna ask questions, somebody will be on the forum. And it's up to us trying to take it easier than Carl in doing this. But I appreciate you guys. If you really enjoyed the show today, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Give me some comments of what you thought about this top 10 today. And I always thank you and appreciate you. I'm on the road to try to get 1,000 subscribers. So if you would definitely hit the subscribe button for me, I sure would appreciate it. Please share this online. I'd like to thank Carl for coming in and giving us his opinion on what he feels that he would love to do. His wife may kill him, but we'll go from there. Hey guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.